I've put off making this video. I've come up with every reason not to. I'm 21. My name is Samuel. I will be 22 in October. I am 6'7". I have my own apartment. Got 3 cats. I was born in 2004 in Pennsylvania. There's a little bit of information about myself. All right. Now this video, no script, nothing like that. This is just off the dome, off the top. There is an epidemic right now in the young culture, and it is a lack of vision, if that's the right word. And when I mean a lack of vision, it's hard to envision something that is completely unrealistic. Maybe you can theorize and you can be like, oh, well, that would be cool. Like if I won $1 million tomorrow. But as the age old, as just time and time again has proved, if you have the money, the resources, you can do whatever you want. Now, what is the most valuable resource of all time? Just said it. It's time. So what they do, and I don't know who they is, bro. I'm not some fucking genius, bro. All I know is that the older generations have set us up for basically just being worker drones. They want us to be. You ever seen that fucking video of the krill and Gil the krill or whatever and Jill the krill? They're trying to fucking swim to the end of the fucking thing because they don't know what's there. A lot of people nowadays, myself included, and that's why I'm making this video, we wait to be told to do things. We wait to be told that, hey, go do this, hey, go do that, hey, go do this. We can't think for ourselves. And the issue with that is if we're not able to think for ourselves, how the fuck are we going to do anything to advance our society and fix the issues that we have right now? If individually as people, we can't come together and be like, hey, I don't agree with this. Hey, I came to this opinion on my own. I don't agree with this. This is my opinion. This isn't a copy of some other person. I didn't press Control C and then Control V it. You know what I mean? So many people are just like this. Bunch of Orbeez in a container. One purpose, one use, and biodegradable. Throw them away. Never have to retrieve them. Doesn't matter. That's what we are. We're a resource, a renewable resource, the most renewable resource. People. People are going to always want to have sex. People are going to want to procreate. People are going to want to do these types of things. The government knows that. People in power know that. It's escapism. What is this? It's escapism. My life is pretty rough. I struggle. I don't know where my money's going to come from. I got a job at McDonald's right now. I just got, hopefully get it. Life is hard. Saying hopefully I can get a job at McDonald's is crazy. I'm a pretty smart guy. I'm a pretty hard worker. I know my stuff with certain things. I'm young. I've got a lot to learn, but that is the point of being young. The point of being young is to learn. The older generation is meant to teach and to guide and to enhance. And as it stands right now, that's not happening. It's just not. What I see is a lot of older people who have made their way in life, and maybe they've worked hard for it, maybe they haven't. My grandfather, he worked for everything he has. He was born, he fucking was an orphan in New York, like 6 years old, maybe younger than that. He was fighting, was doing all this stuff. And you know what that dude did? He went and he became one of the fucking smartest motherfuckers I've ever met. The dude wrote me a book on electromagnets and stuff when I was like 4. I could barely read. But he fostered a love for science, a love for questions. My father, as much as we don't get along all the time, my father, he made me question a lot of stuff. I remember being a little kid with this perception and worldview that my parents are gods. They what they say is the law. Nothing can be better than that. And I remember walking up to my pops one time. I had my bandana in the back pocket the same way he did. I had my belt shirt tucked in, dressed up the same way as he was. I walked outside and I told him, I said, hey, Dad, look, I'm just like you. And my father told me, you don't want to be like me, you want to be better than me. And at the time, I didn't really understand it. I was like, be better than you? How am I going to do that? You're my dad. Then as I got older and I started to understand my father's faults and my father's flaws, because I mean, at the end of the day, he's a human. He does have those, as much as sometimes he likes to believe that he's fucking this, that, and the bag of chips. You know, he does know a lot, but he doesn't know everything, especially in an ever-changing world like today. Nobody knows everything. My father, however, growing up, he also was a very, very stern fist. He had a heavy hand, and what he said went. And you know what that kind of raised me was that, alongside with school and everything else, just constantly being told what to do, how to do things, when to do things, where to do things, why to do things. I never really had to think of it myself. I would go do the dishes, go sweep the floor, go fill this out, go do this, go get the fan, go do this. And those things are important in a child's life. You know, you need to understand how to take orders in a way, but you also need to understand how to give orders and how to be that person that can guide people in the way that, you know, maybe you need. I had a good conversation with a friend of mine, Leo, the other day. Now, Leo's a brother. I don't mean he's black or anything. He's my brother. Like, he's not my blood brother, but that's one man that will be standing beside me along with my blood brothers whenever I get married someday. He will be there. And he will be one of those motherfuckers that I spent that last night at that little party, you know, with the closest men in my life. He will be there. But point being, aside from glazing one of my friends, um, Leo, me and him were talking, and we got on the topic of success. Now, Leo, he sells insurance and stuff like that, and he's doing pretty well for himself. He's a little bit younger than I am, uh, but the dude's way more successful than me. I'm so proud of him for that. The dude mogs Marlon. I'm not gonna lie to you, Marlon. Watch out. If Leo decides to start posting content, you're screwed. But no, and it got me thinking. Success is viewed by so many people in so many different ways, but there's an overarching viewpoint that I see a lot of people share. And they make success this one size fits all thing. You know, like a shirt or a pair of pants. One size fits all. This is what success is. This is the American dream. This is the European dream. This is whatever. This is the African dream, whatever. This is a dream. This is what you should be going for. This is what you should be shooting for. Now, my question is, if clothes aren't one size fits all, if I hear people complain about, this doesn't fit, they said, it's supposed to fit everybody. Everybody knows one size fits all, ain't one size fits all. My dreams are entirely different from yours, maybe. There's a very good movie called Good Will Hunting, right? And Robin Williams' character, I think Matt Damon and Robin Williams playing it. I haven't seen it in a while. And for me, success could be something as simple as 30, 40 years down the line. Maybe I lose a lot of stuff. Maybe I've went through a pretty rough life. Maybe I've dealt with a lot of stuff that I did not want to deal with. I'm going to purposely make this video under 10 minutes, so I'm not getting monetized or I'm not getting anything from this. Maybe that success for me will be guiding that young person who needs that help and who needs that guidance, being that person who I needed. You know, I have some great mentors, I have some great people I look up to in my life, but at the end of the day, it's very lonely. I feel very misunderstood most of the times. And if I can find a way to take that negative energy, transfer it into something positive eventually, and maybe change somebody's life for the better, God damn, that's success to me. Yeah. All right. Listen, if you stuck around to the end of this video, I solemnly swear I'm gonna try to post more videos. It might happen, it might not. But yeah, you know, stick around. Let me know what you think in the comments about some of the points that I made. And if you have any differing opinions, maybe I'll address them in the next video. All right. Hey, you guys have a wonderful night. We're all young, maybe. We've all got the ability to make something great of ourselves, man. Don't let yourself fall behind. And even if you do, you're on your track. You're not on my track. You're not on anybody else's track. You're on your track. That's not a linear one. You're going to have some bumps. All right. Hey, you guys have a good night.